This is Omar. Just doing a quick recap of the game today. Um, Chargers versus the Browns, and it was it was crazy because our coach, he doing his gambling thing once again. Tried to choke the game away. Tried to give a game away that didn't even need to be given away. But he tried to do that. You know what I'm saying? But Cleveland just missed the kick, or else they would have got a dub. You know what I'm saying? Even though it was, it's a game could have went either way. You know what I'm saying? I mean, um, the pick that Gilman got to, give us that ball that time, that last possession before we went 4-and-out and gave Cleveland that good field position. But Cleveland was going for the win. So they had two chances. They had two chances out of, what I'm saying. They had two out of the last three possessions. They had two in order to get the win, and the guy missed the kick. But we get into it. I mean, Jacoby Brissett, he had a pretty decent game. You know what I'm saying? He only threw for 230, and Cleveland, for most of the times that they gonna win if he has anything 230, 250 plus. You know what I'm saying? They have a good chance in that game to win. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he had if you didn't have an interception in the fourth quarter, you know what I'm saying, he was playing a good game of managing the sticks. You know what I'm saying? Chubb, he was kind of killing us. Well, altogether they had 213 rushing the ball on 31 carries. Chubb chimed in with 13 for 134, two touchdowns. And Kareem Hunt, he did his thing. He had 11 for 47 and one touchdown. So, running the ball, they came with the game plan. They was going to run and make it real physical, and they did that. So they had the balance that they usually, if they do both of that, you know, anywhere from like 150 plus rushing yards as a team, and then Jacoby Brissett doing what doing what he did. Normally, that's a recipe for them to win. And Njoku, he did all right. You know what I'm saying? Out of 6 targets, he caught 6 for 88. Cooper, he had 12 targets, he caught 7 for 76. And Peoples Jones, he had 7 targets, 4 for 50. And so that's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's good to see that they finally getting Njoku part of the offense. It's been a minute since they've been really making him the focal point, but you can see, especially the past few games, he's definitely, like one of Jacoby Brissett's security blankets is Njoku, and he's been doing his thing. I ain't say he ain't got over 100, but he's been doing like what you would want your tight end to do. You know what I'm saying, as far as like picking up key first downs throughout the course of the game. And Cooper gonna give you anywhere from 70 to 100 plus yards per game. So he did his average and whatnot. Defensively, they only had 1 sack. They didn't get no turnovers, and so it was pretty much like not much defense was being played on both sides. You know, it was just that one key interception in the fourth quarter. But aside from that, it was a lot of just managing the sticks throughout majority of the game. Now the Chargers, on the other hand, they had hella balance. You know what I'm saying? The another game, Justin Herbert, he didn't have a turnover. You know what I'm saying? He had, a modest game, 228 yards. That's kind of a chill game for him. He only threw it 34 times. And you go to the rushing, was a surprise, the best running performance so far for the Chargers. They had 238. So they, the balance was definitely there, and so you see Eckler had 16 carries for 173 yards and 1 touchdown. And Kelly chimed in with 10 for 49 and a touchdown. And so Eckler was doing his thing. He finally came alive. This was his best game, hands down, you know what I'm saying, thus far, for the season. Altogether, he had 200 all-purpose yards, 200 plus all-purpose yards. Mike Williams, he did his thing again. He got over 100. So it seems like if Keenan Allen ain't going to be in there, they making it a focal point to try to get him the targets, to get him involved. And so he had 13 targets. He caught 10 for 134. And so aside from that, nobody else really contributed. Everybody else was like under 30. Kelly had the next best with 2 catches for 33, but everybody else, just had 20. Eckler only had 4 receptions for 26, and Palmer had 3 for 24. I was surprised they tried to get Everett a couple of chances near the end zone, but he only had 1 for 2. So maybe next week they'll probably, they need to get him involved though. He has a lot of mismatches that he can cause, because of his athleticism and his overall, what I'm saying, his height, how he can position himself. So he's gonna get his opportunities. Hopefully next week on versus Denver, what I'm saying, they'll do that for him. This week we ain't get no sacks. So that's why I'm surprised that we were able to get the win. Normally with us, we need sacks and turnovers and stuff. So we didn't get any sacks. And yeah, I was surprised because Cleveland normally give up a few sacks a game, so they stood up. You know what I'm saying, and they ain't letting none of our guys get through. So overall, if I was to grade the performance, I probably graded. I mean, cause I haven't seen our best. This was one of our better performances, so I'll say because the running game was over 200, I'll probably say it was a C plus. It's a C plus because I mean I think the game could be more balanced, and then our defense, be better. But the thing about us, it seemed like in the second half, we got a problem scoring the ball in the second half, and so it's I don't know where we get tight or whatever the play calling, but it seemed like in the second half it don't be our best. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we gotta find a way to either keep a win and not choke a game away. Like the coach tried to choke the game away, but aside from that, like I said, I give it a C plus. You know what I'm saying? It's getting better. You know what I'm saying? We strung along 2 good wins. Now next week is another divisional matchup, and so I know they should be ready to play. It's gonna be a primetime game. And I gotta check the record that Justin Herbert has on primetime, but I don't think he has a good record on primetime games. So he gonna have a game versus Russ. Denver coming in there pretty pissed. Everybody ragging on Denver. So hopefully, they'll keep the winning streak going and go on to the next one after that. But yeah, that's just my quick recap on that. All right, thanks for listening.